At this station, you'll learn to compare fractions using 0 and 1 as benchmarks. Suppose you had to answer this question. Would you rather eat 5/6 of a carrot or 6/7 of a carrot? The answer might be different depending on whether you like carrots or not, right? At your station, you have a regular pencil, some colored pencils or markers, some counters, and a recording sheet called Comparing Fractions by Deciding Which is Closer to 0 or 1. Be sure you can reach all your materials. In part 1 of your recording sheet, there are 2 number lines. On the first number line, partition the space between 0 and 1 into sixths. Remember what partition means? It means to break the space up into equal size parts. So break the space between 0 and 1 into 6 equal size parts. When you're done with the first number line, partition the second number line into sevenths. Pause the video while you partition the number lines. Be sure to use a pencil so you can erase if you make a mistake. Then start the video again when everyone at your table is finished. Now compare your number lines with mine. In the number line at the top, the space between 0 and 1 is partitioned into 6 equal size parts. You can see that I've colored each of the 6 spaces a different color to make them easy to see. The number line on the bottom is broken up or partitioned into 7 equal size spaces. I colored each space a different color on this number line also to make it easier to see. Now find the counters on your table. You'll need 3 colors of counters and pick up 2 of each color. Choose one of the colors of counters and pick up both of them. Put both of them on 0 on the number lines. Then pick up 2 more counters that are the same color and put them at 1 on the number lines. Now pick up the last 2 counters. Count the spaces and put one of the cubes at 5/6. Then put the other cube at 6/7. Draw a point at 5/6 and then a bar from 0 to 5/6. Then do the same thing for 6/7. Draw a point at 6/7 and a bar from 0 to 6/7. Then remove the counters. Pause the video while you draw the points and the bars. Look at the space between 5/6 and 1. What's the fractional name of this space? How far is it from 1? 5/6 is 1/6 away from 1. Now look at the space between 6/7 and 1. What's the fractional name of the space? How far is 6/7 away from 1? 6/7 is 1/7 away from 1. Is 1/6 a larger space or a smaller space than 6/7? 1/6 is a larger space because sixths are larger than sevenths. What does this mean for 5/6 and 6/7? Which is larger, 5/6 or 6/7? Since 6/7 is closer to 1, that means that 6/7 is greater than 5/6. Now let's write this because it can be kind of confusing and writing will help it solidify in your brain. So look at part 2 on your sheet. Pause the video, discuss with your team, and then fill in the blanks. Start the video again when you all agree and everyone is ready to work. Hopefully you filled in the blanks like this. 6/7 is greater than 5/6 because 6/7 is closer to 1. 5/6 is less than 6/7 because 5/6 is further from 1. Let's do another one. Look at part 3. You're going to divide the first number line into twelfths and the second number line into tenths. Here's a hint on dividing them. Start by dividing the space in half and then dividing the half into smaller spaces. Take your time and use a pencil so you can erase. Pause the video while you work and then start the video when everyone is ready. You'll need the counters again. Find 3 different colors and get 2 of each color. Pick one of the colors and put them on 0, and then put another color on 1 just like we did before. Now put counters at 1/12 and 1/10 and draw points at 1/12 and 1/10. Draw a bar from 0 to 1/12 and 0 to 1/10. Then remove the counters. This time we're going to compare the fractions by seeing how far they are from 0. Which fraction is smaller? Which fraction is closer to 0? 1/12 or 1/10? 1/10 is greater than 1/12 because it's further away from 0. Now you're going to do parts 4 and 5. In part 4, you'll fill in the blanks using the thinking that we just used to compare 1/10 and 1/12. In part 5, you'll compare fractions by seeing which are closer to 0 or 1. Pause the video and work with your team to do parts 4 and 5. Once you've finished, raise your hand to get the answer key from your teacher. Thanks for learning with us.